Hey, and don't get anxious, get prepared. You're a career engineer right here. And today we're going to talk about some tips that can help spring your career, your life, and business to a whole nother level. And our title today is Networking Secrets. Grow your career, your life, and your business this spring. So listen, I want to get like right into this because there are some great tips I want you to know about. But while I'm listening, like while you're listening to me, if you have a question about your career, your life, or your business, hit me up. Just email me at info@tcenow.com. Info@tcenow.com. I'd love to get your questions after the broadcast. During the broadcast is fine because I like to also make sure we use your questions to make sure we're keeping our content real and relevant for you. All right. So that's what we're all about here at our broadcast. I'm laughing because before I got in here, I couldn't find my fuchsia, my violet lipstick. Yes, I know I'm podcasting, I'm sharing content, and I'm talking about my MAC lipstick, but it's critical to have your right stuff before you start something. I mean, that's just a tip to use that any way you can or desire. So listen, I'm coming right back. We're going to jump right into this topic. So don't go anywhere. Remember, your career engineer is here. And give me just like 10 seconds. I'll be right back. There we go. And I got to get my everything was just so off today, but it's okay. So listen, we are into a whole nother month at the time that you're enjoying me right now. But I want to focus on some things that's important to help your career. Okay. And your career could be entrepreneurship. Your career could be a W-2 world, a 1099 world, or what I like to define what we do on Monday through Fridays or other days is your revenue generating activity. In times such as these, there are different ways that we can create revenue. So I want to definitely keep it generic that way. But the things I'm going to tell you right now can apply no matter what. And this month, I want all things to be focused on that N word, that networking. And I know it's a word that people hear all the time. However, it's important because even in the days of AI and high tech and all these things, that powerful word of mouth referral, word of mouth connection is so golden and so valuable that human beings really have to know to use it. And that means being human and not a cyborg. Okay. So AI ain't going to help you with this. This is you knowing how to communicate and collaborate and connect. But listen, it's possible. You can do this. If you can talk and you can smile, you can do this. So we're going to jump into some things that you need to know in order to increase that networking, which you will see the results. You'll see the return on your investment of investing time and learning how to connect with people the right way for the right reason. And you'll see what will happen as you will begin to flourish using my spring theme. So first of all, let me tell you what I call TCE networking rules for networking. Now I've got a lot of them. I'm going to give you just two because networking is key. Networking is key for everything with what we do. So one of the first things I want you to write down on your pen and paper or whatever your digital device is this is my definition of networking, and it has been unchanged for all the many years I've worn this hat. It's not who you know, it's who knows you. I will repeat just in case you missed that. It's not who you know, it's who knows you. This makes your networking strategy a little bit different. It's not about all the QR codes, or yes, I'm going to say business cards. Yes, I am, because I still think that they're a great marketing tool. Not everybody likes the QR code. And some of the folks that don't like to do that are the ones that got the money that you need. I digress. Let me get back into it. It's about who you know. So you could have 4 people, 10 people, 12 people, right? But those 4 people, 10 people, or 12 people have access to thousands. So you don't have to know the thousands, but if you have a genuine, sincere, what we call relationship networking relationship with those critical folks. Maybe they're from your industry, maybe they're people of a station or influence in your circles, maybe they're members of your tribe or your village, maybe they're members in the corporate or the business section. But these are people who are critical, and you know them, and they know, like, and trust you. So when you come to network from a perspective of, it's not who you know. Yeah, I could say I know Oprah, but the key is, does Oprah know me? Now, why did I use Oprah? That shows you my generation. But my point is, if I have access and opportunity to reach out to someone who is a decision maker, or who has access to those people, that's what you need to think about. Okay, people, places, data, and things. I say that too. Networking can be a non-human form. So think about like that. It's not who you know, it's who knows you. So my question, who knows you? Who are the folks who know you that can help you increase your market share, your ability to get clients, your ability to get a meeting, your ability to get interviews? Who do you know? And if you don't know nobody, you need to increase your game. Here's TCE networking rule number 2, which is very important. And that was my lipstick that just fell down, if you heard that. When 2 or more people are in a room, that's a networking event. Yes, I'm non-traditional. Yes, I'm a social worker who was trained, as to be a social worker. But come on, I'm a social worker. So who better to be social than a social worker? However, I'm in the business space, which is where I really feel comfortable. 2 people is all I need. So that means that it doesn't have to be the conference. It doesn't have to be the workshop. It needs to be a place where there's at least 2 people. And that can be boutique, it can be intimate, because remember, it's the quality of the potential contact, not the numbers. If you're at some conference with 1,000 people, you are not walking away with no 200 and 300 cards. And you are definitely not going to be sitting there calling folk or texting folk or doing all those things to folks. But you will find you should know how to listen out for the critical players. So, but 2 people in the room, it could be Starbucks, it could be church, it could be at the soccer game, it could be anywhere. Okay, it could be in the grocery store line, depending on the nature of the conversation. So don't get so awkward or scared or anxious about big rooms. I'm not used to talking to people. I don't really like to talk to people. Think about your tribe. Think about your family. Think about your kitchen table. Are there 2 people in there? Think about your ladies' nights out or your bro moments or whatever the dudes do. Are there more than 2 people there? Do they know who you are and what you bring? Do they have access to opportunity, and access in the places and spaces you're looking for? So those 2 rules can help you to rethink and redefine your ability to network. Now, let me segue for a minute. TCEnow.com. Hit me up on the website. It's updated every month. I've got a blog on some more May tips for you, like May Day. May the force be with you. You have to do all of that, right? Cinco de Mayo, all of that. But some tips that you can use this spring to, again, increase your opportunity to get meetings, increase your opportunity to land some things. So please check out the website, tcenow.com. And from there, you can see a host of things that you can connect with us and find out more. But the blogs have some great information. Why do I say that? Because I spend time reading them, writing them, and I'm not AIing them, for those who wonder. That's real me writing. I digress again. Let's get back to point number 2. Active engagement matters, okay? Active engagement matters. You have got to focus, tune in, be a part of the process, not just be some piece of dust on the wall. And what do I mean by active? And this might blow your mind a little bit, but networking isn't about talking all the time, right? I mean, that's not a really good, what we call relationship networking. And I do train people or work with people. I'm not training folks, but I work with people to teach them a different way of networking. And that's probably the social worker in me, but a way to build relationships, real relationships, without being that quick, fast, in a hurry, snake oil salesman type of thing. But you have to listen. When I'm at networking events or events where there's other people, catalyst events, whatever you want to call them, I'm listening to the conversations. I'm also doing some due diligence. You better believe the night before, I'm trying to figure out who's there, who's in the room, what companies are present, that type of thing. So you got to do your research. But after that, I'm listening. And I walk into a networking event like it's mine, even though it's not. I act like I'm a host. I'll, instead of me coming up to a circle of people talking, just dropping who I am and what I do, I listen for their introductions. And then I have a way of gauging in. So listening, and then I know the trigger words I'm listening for. There's certain things I want in my career. There's certain things I'm looking for my business. There might be certain things I'm looking for life empowerment. And I'm listening who's having the conversation or who's introducing themselves in a way that, ooh, well, that sounds interesting. And that process of listening then springboards to me taking the initiative to take it up a notch. And of course, the big part of networking is the follow up. Failure to follow up is why folks don't have increase. Okay. It's a 3-step process, but active networking really is listening, not talking a whole lot. Yes, you should have your talking points, your little pitches, and whatever you're going to say. But when you're listening, it gets to be more potent. All right. So what am I listening for? When I'm, hearing conversations or I'm seeing what spaces are in the room, those 4 C's. And then there's also a fifth, but I'm going to just leave the 4 C's right here. The 4 C's for me, and these are on one of my blogs, again, tcenow.com. I'm listening for a potential contact. What's a contact? Well, for me in the career space, I know the 3 or 4 contact buzzwords I'm listening for. For me in the business space, I may know the 3 or 4 buzzwords I'm listening for. So I'm looking for a contact, which is the first level. I'm looking for to connect. Like maybe there's something from back in the day or someone who knew me back, but it's like time to reconnect. That connect can then become a connection. A connect and a connection are not the same thing. As you can tell, these things take time. They take they take time. I can't just, this is not quick. You're not doing any business at a networking event. If you do, run, because that's a hustle. It's about relationship building. It's about that type of thing, right? So there's a contact. I'm listening for a connect or a connection. And finally, a collaboration. Is there a potential for collaboration? If I know I have pots and pans and someone else has pasta and I'm making a sauce, wow, that might be a potential connection. But I got to make the contact first and then develop a relationship. So I have my trigger words. I know the words I'm listening for. I know the people that I'm listening for. I know the companies that I'm listening for, and those 4 things. So contact, connect, connection, and collaboration. Depending on what level you are at your networking or your business or your career, those are the things that your active engagement should be listening for. Notice this is not me. I'm not walking around the room just putting my business card in someone's hand. I am listening to make it matter. Why? Because REALationships, that's a TCE network word, not even coined by me. One of my originators came up with that, gosh, a long time ago. They last lifetimes. If you do this the right way, your REALationships will continue to prove beneficial over and over and over again, because you're not just connecting or building collaborations because you need something. These are folks that you have a synergy with, and it's a sowing and a harvest. It's a before and an after. I mean, it's the front door and the back door. It's the hinge of the door. These are those types of folks when you build relationships, but you gotta listen out for it. Now, this is old school, and I gotta drop it here. I mean, I'm gonna start saying, maybe I'll do a thing called with the word cook, because I understand all the young people like to cook. Cook to me means something else, but it's a new thing. I'm gonna try that on TikTok to see if I can say networking that cooks and see what happens. All right. Anyway, leave the WIIFM at the door. Oh yeah, you might know my generation by me saying that. But what is WIIFM? That's part of this engagement part. That's what's in it for me. I know I'm saying something totally opposite from what you've been trained or taught about networking. You got to check the WIIFM at the door. It's about that listening. When I've gone to a networking event, that's why I knew somebody was green and didn't know what they were doing. I just had my hand, because you all see how I talk, right? I use my Oh, okay. I use my okay. I guess I'm doing all kinds of stuff today. I use my hands when I talk a lot, right? So I'm talking or sharing or empowering, and I went like this, and somebody came by and put their card in my hand. I mean, I just and I they just I was like, "What are you doing?" Like, I don't know who you are. I didn't ask for that. That was a WII. Like, you think I'm really gonna put some time economy? I'm gonna my precious time and look. No. So I'm not actually looking what's in it for me. I know I'm gonna get my harvest because I know how to build relationships, right? I'm gonna get my harvest because I know how to build a relationship. But it's not about you hearing how great you are. You know what I'm saying? So I do want y'all to work on your intros. I don't even like calling them pitches. I like calling them intros, right? Who you are, what you have, what you want. And that's fine, but you have to do it in the relationship way. And I know this is totally opposite what people say, but I tell you what, in fact, I just got a call before I came on here from a gentleman who want to make sure I got my check. Let's keep it real. And the only reason I got that check is because of relationship. I didn't know the person who was in charge of a conference that needed a speaker. I didn't know that conference. I'm not in the fraternity or sorority world, but this person is, and he dropped my name. And we had the connect to connection to communication to collaboration. And I spoke at their conference, and it was wonderful. And he just wanted to make sure that initiative and follow up that all was well. I wouldn't have had that opportunity because I didn't know the organization, but he did. So but he's a relationship 10 plus years strong or even stronger. So it's about building networking roots, guys, roots that will yield good fruit over and over and over again. In this particular gentleman, we know who we are. We know what we bring. Yes, I look out for ways I can empower and send some business his way or connections, collaborations, and he does the same. But my speaking at the event helped his organization because he's known like, oh, well, this felt, it helped. I want to make sure that my referral person looks good. I don't want to go there and embarrass them, right? So my point is this by building that relationship and putting time into it, it has produced fruit, commerce, social capital. If I need a plumber, I mean, to be quite frank, one of the homes I purchased, I went to this person and he knew, hey, they got a mortgage out of me. What can I tell you, right? For one of my properties. So because he's in that world. So the point is relationships. Yes, they're not quick, fast, in a hurry. Yes, this will take time to do. But if you do it the right way, you will have increase in opportunities to land a job, increase in opportunity to grow your business, increase in opportunity for a satisfactory life or beyond. But you have got to start getting back to what we call these are my networking secrets. Now you can get more of this because I do have in my store, my TCE store, I have an audio, and it's legacy, but it's good stuff. It talks about how to start that relationship, building networking, the way we do it, the way the way I do it. So you can hit me up at the website tcenow.com anytime, 24 hours a day, all that kind of good stuff. And you can check out our TCE store. You can get you can book a session with me, or we have a free telephone session. I don't like selling my stuff on my audios and stuff, but my point is, in today's world, which is different, we're in uncharted territory, we're in uncertain times, you've got to be essential and not optional. So these skills I'm talking about, we got to take them up a notch for real if you want to stay in a revenue generating activity that's sustainable for the lifestyle that you want. I mean, I got to add that to it as well. Okay. So hit me up, tcenow.com. Would love to hear from you. And again, we'll be here next month. So if you aren't a subscriber of whatever platform you are enjoying the sound of my voice, please do so and share us with others. I really do appreciate your support. All right. So listen, I want you to have a fantastic month full of power and purpose and prosperity and peace. Yes, I want you to have all that. And remember, don't get anxious. Always be prepared. Be blessed, and I'll chat with you soon. Hey, someone says hey, and I'll say hey to you before I go. Hello. We love it when folks just comment real quickly here. But anyway, you guys have a blessed one. And remember, I'm available for after this broadcast. So y'all be blessed, and I'll see you next month. Thank you. Thanks for watching our Career Goodness Show. I hope you learned a lot about today's topic. If you enjoyed the show, please let me know by visiting our website, tcenow.com, and sending me an email. I'd love to hear from you.